Well, yesterday, superstar Rajinikanth met with the Hindu Makkal Kachi at his residence, and it's triggered a lot of speculation on whether the superstar is once again contemplating taking the political plunge, especially because leader of the HMK came out and said that he did indicate positively that he is going to join politics anytime soon. So we decided to dig further, and my colleague Priyambada spoke to RSS ideologue S Gurumurthy, who is also known to be a very, very close friend of Rajinikanth. And Gurumurthy says that it's only a matter of time before the superstar announces his entry into politics. Take a look at this exclusive.
But now a lot has changed in the sense Rajini has hinted at entering politics. There are people who are meeting him almost every day. Even in your magazine you have carried about like how almost every leader wants to come and take a picture with him. Today also so many leaders are meeting him. Do you think he's really going to enter politics?
You see, there is a huge vacuum in Tamil Nadu politics, which will be inviting for Rajini. So if Rajini has ever thought of being in politics, this is probably the best time that he can find. So the context is already there. And he has to make up his mind. My own view is he has made up his mind. He is only looking for the timing of the announcement. This is my assessment. Don't think I had a discussion with him or anything because he is my friend. You should not.
He is your friend.
Yeah, he is my friend. Who is my enemy? Stalin is my friend. I have no issues at all. So he may not have to think about entering politics. I think he has already thought about it. Otherwise, he would not have spoken about how he will entertain what kind of people in politics, how he will conduct his politics, how his fans should not think of using him as a ladder to climb up for power or money in politics. These are all not ordinary statements. So he has made up his mind. Timing, of course, he will have to choose the time when the announcement will make the maximum sense.
When is that?
That he has to decide. After all, he is a very intuitive and a spiritual person. So I think he will make up his own mind.
Join hands with BJP, or will he launch his own party? Which do you think, as a friend, you would suggest will work for him?
I think he will launch his own party.
Which will have an alliance with BJP?
He must have an alliance with BJP. This is my surmise, because there is a lot of convergence between him and the BJP.
So will he be the face for the BJP in the next assembly elections?
Maybe the BJP, Narendra Modi may also be a face for him in politics.
How is that?
If Narendra Modi and because people will ask what about his political experience?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to ask you that.
That is, I think, Narendra Modi's personality as a person who can deliver, that may align with his reach towards the people, can become a very serious combination.
So he will be groomed over a period, because he doesn't have an experience in politics like MGR did or Jayalalitha did when they entered
No, I don't think, it is only the public perception whether a person will perform in politics or not. One looks for experience of the past.
And I want to go across to Priyambada, who's joining us on this broadcast with more details. Priyambada, you got us that big exclusive with Rajini's friend, RSS ideologue Gurumurthy. He very squarely says that it's only a matter of time before Rajinikanth enters the political arena, and that too with his own political party.
Well, absolutely. That Gurumurthy has literally spilled the beans and has revealed about Rajinikanth's plans. So the first step obviously is that he will launch his own party, and it's a matter of time because probably he's waiting for the presidential elections to get over, after which there could be a lot of changes, remember, in Tamil Nadu. And he has also categorically said it will be his own party, but that party will have an alliance with the BJP.
Right, Priyambada, thanks for joining us with those details. We'll, of course, keep getting you the latest reactions on this big explosive news break that's coming here on India Today. But we also want to get you a sense of exactly what S Gurumurthy had to say. He's spoken on a range of issues about the current political scenario in Tamil Nadu as far as Sasikala's role is concerned. He's also spoken on the national front about the presidential poll. So we get you a few excerpts from that interview, which no doubt will make national headlines.
Jeyvanandh Dhivakaran, who recently gave an interview to India Today, clearly says that Sasikala is holding the party together. She is running the party together. She is running the party. EPS is still reporting to her.
See, I think it is political illiteracy for anyone to attach importance to the Sasikala family, because unless you have the support of the people, you can never be a factor in politics. At least openly, you can never be a factor in politics. The best course for Sasikala family would have been to influence power from behind. That is what mafias do. But once they came out into the open, they can never hope to run the party because it requires the approval of the people. They are amongst the most hated people in Tamil Nadu politics.
But do you think OPS charisma is still there? Because after that meditation, we saw so much, momentum to his political activities, people coming and joining. Do you think it has kind of reduced?
No. Actually, I have been observing his rallies. His rallies show that his popularity is intact. Because even yesterday I saw the Nelle rally. It was very huge. In fact, in times like this, when actually no exciting thing is happening in politics, and particularly in ADMK, for a person to attract, for a person who was not known to be having any star value, to attract this kind of mass following, I think he is still intact.
So would you mean to say it's going to be OPS versus Stalin in the future?
If the ADMK is intelligent enough, it will rally around OPS. But personal rivalries will continue to play a role, and so it is not easy for the ADMK to come round OPS, though that would be the most intelligent decision for them to take. But if the local body elections come, if OPS contests on the one side and EPS contests on the other, EPS group will be a very bad loser. So they may not like to lose an election like that being in power, and that may force both of them to come together.
Karti Chidambaram issue has come out, but then ED has asked for his bank details and all that. But he and Chidambaram are clearly saying that this is political vendetta by the BJP.
What else will they say? I have asked Chidambaram to file a defamation case against me for all that I have written, including the fact that they have properties abroad and they have committed financial irregularities here. He doesn't have the guts to file the defamation against me, even though earlier he went and went hammer and tongs against me, which means that he cannot face the court of law. He needs a political argument, which he is doing.
Do you think more will come out in Karti Chidambaram's case?
100%. I will myself bring it.
So what's the open challenge you have for Mr. Chidambaram?
First, let him challenge me in court. I have said, will you sue me now? I don't think a much bigger challenge can be there to a person's reputation.
So what more do you think the family has done? What exactly do you think Karti and his Chidambaram?
See, they have built huge illegal wealth. It's very obvious. I mean, everyone knows it. Nobody was willing to talk about it.
Why is BJP not able to handle farmers' issue in its own states like Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh?
See, basically, farmers' issue is not just a political issue, to be a huge socio-economic issue which has to do with the very model of development which we are adopting. Basically, we have 100 million small and marginal farmers for whom farming is a backward integration of the kitchen, for whom no government has any policy. Modern economic thinkers have no policy. And so the BJP is no different.
So BJP has no farm policy?
the same policy which all the governments have been adopting, they are adopting, except that they want more farm production. That is the problem.
Why is that not happening?
That is the problem today. In Madhya Pradesh, the problem, and Maharashtra, the problem is overproduction. In Tamil Nadu, the problem is underproduction. So, agriculture being a state subject, farm being a state subject, water being a state subject, there is a huge constitutional gap between the central government and the state government. So, when you agitate against the state government is unable to handle the situation because it is an all India problem. The central government is unable to handle the situation because it is essentially a state problem. This is where I think we need a complete rethinking on our agriculture. And I think unless the rural economy is insulated from the huge monetary influence of the urban economy, it's not going to work.
But BJP planning to do something on
I
this?
don't know about the BJP. I have differences with the BJP on this. On farming, I feel there is no difference between Congress or BJP or CPM or anybody. Because none of them have an understanding about the rural economy.
And over to another India Today exclusive. There is set the political scene here in Tamil Nadu buzzing. This is Sasikala's nephew Jeyvanandh Dhivakaran for the first time on national television, speaking out about the power tussle within the AIADMK and reiterating that his aunt Sasikala very much still controls the party and dictates the party affairs all the way from Bengaluru. Take a look at this exclusive.
In Kuvattur resort, she spoke up to all the MLAs that people can physically cage me, but they cannot cage my mentality. So her ideas, her thoughts cannot be caged. So she said, it's a sign that she will act, she will take over the party and she will run the party. Though she is physically in jail, she has a capacity to run the party. And there is a myth that they say EPS team, they say Dinakaran's team. There's no such teams. There's only one team, Sasikala's faction, and OPS faction that is hardly of 10%. And Sasikala's faction is of 90%. And all these 122 MLAs are with Sasikala. Minister Jaikumar. They were attacking Dinakaran. They were not attacking Sasikala. So maybe they are having some differences of opinion with Dinakaran, but not with Sasikala. It's just it's more like a family quarrel. It will be sorted out very soon. It will not continue for a long time. At the time when Edappadi became the chief minister, she has clearly told him to function independently. He is functioning independently. She is not going to dictate or do anything. She is going to run the party. CM is going to run the government. She will run the party.
What about the will of Ms. Jayalalitha? Is there a will for Ms. Jayalalitha? And have any of you been named in that?
No, my auntie has to answer that. We are, so far we have not, because there's no need of, we didn't have time to discuss anything at the time. Everything was going on so quick. So that has to be answered by my auntie. I cannot answer that. As of now, presidential election, she will instruct the party cadres regarding the presidential candidates.